Hi, I'm Robert Lee Kemp, author of The Cards of Your Destiny and Love Cards, among other books, all about the ancient science of the cards. I want to start this little discussion by reading to you from a passage from the book of Revelations in the Bible, chapter 10. And when the seven thunders had uttered their voices, I was about to write. But I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Seal up those things uttered by the seven thunders, and write them not. And I took the little book out of the angel's hand, and I devoured it. And to my taste it was as sweet as honey. But as soon as I had devoured it, it became bitter unto my insides. And the angel said unto me, You must prophesy again before many peoples, nations, and tongues, and kings. And it is this invocation and this reference to the little book in the angel's hand, which we call the little book of the seven thunders, which is the 53 emblems, which we call the sacred symbols, that is being referred to in the Bible. And the seven thunders are referencing the seven planets. And when the seven planets had spoken their voices, they had given their knowledge to this man. But he was told to seal that up and not reveal it until a proper time. And in 1894, the very first book was made public about the real knowledge behind the science of the cards. That book is called The Mystic Test Book. Let's see if I can get that in there. The Mystic Test Book, The Magic of the Cards by O.O.M. Richmond. And this book was the first book to ever really let people know what the cards were really about, what the really deck of cards is. When we look at a deck of cards, it's very curious, and most people, let's say, shouldn't say no one, most people don't see the connection. I didn't see it at first. When it was brought to my attention, I was amazed. When you look at a deck of cards, what you're looking at is a symbolic representation of the Earth's calendar. This is the calendar of the Earth in a very compact form that is very meaningful. There are 52 cards in this deck, as well as 52 weeks in a year. 5 and 2 are very significant when you think about it. If you look up, the 2 represents the sun and the moon, and the 5 represents the 5 planets that you see with your naked eye. There are also 5 fingers on each hand. There are 5 holes in our face, and then you add the 2 ears, and you have the 5 and the 2 right in your own body. So 5 is the number of visible planets, and there's 5 invisible planets. 2 is the sun and moon, 52. There are 13 cards in each of the 4 suits. The 4 suits represent the 4 seasons of the year. And you're born under one of the days of the year, and your birthday identifies you as a card with a number and a suit, like this 5 of spades here. This will be a 5 in spades. Or we could take a look at a 2 in hearts. Your birthday identifies you as one of these cards. The suit of your card tells us a lot about you, about what season of life you're most identified with. Are you a child, a heart? Are you a student, a club? Are you an adult, a diamond? Or an old person, a spade? No matter what your age, this suit of your card tells a lot about you just on that level. The 13 cards in each suit represent the 13 lunar cycles of the year. There are 13 new moons every year and 13 full moons every year. 13 is very significant also in life. Even in the tarot deck, 13 is very significant. If you take every card in the deck, take the number of the card, that would be a 2, and a 5, of course, and a 7, and you take the face cards where a jack would be 11, a queen would be 12, and king would be 13, and ace is 1, by the way. You take this entire deck and add up all of the numbers of every card in the deck, and what do you get? You get 364. But actually, when you think about it, there's one card missing, the Joker. And the Joker is an enigma in this system It's a kind of a long story, but the Joker's value in terms of spot value is considered 1 1/4 because he is all the 4 suits plus himself, which makes 5 quarters. So you take the Joker's value and add to the number of spots in the deck, and you get exactly 300, the number of days in our year. This is the only card system that has this correlation. This is a mathematical system. There is a formula that tells you what card governed the day you were born. That card is a symbol for your life. It is much more specific in its meaning and definition than any just astrological sun sign. It is very, very specific. Every single birthday has certain key characteristics, relationship characteristics, money characteristics, health characteristics, work, success, marriage, everything. There's so much information about every card in the deck. Now, we're going to take a quick break here.